Wow, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Black, white, and red all over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan.
And we've got some stuff for y'all this week. Now, we apologize if anyone was really wanting some more in-depth reading last week, but PAX was just that daggone good. We could go on for another episode.
Yeah, we could. Here's the thing. While we're having our live tweet,
yes,
because you missed it, Vic and I were talking about
totally
PAX via Twitter
yes.
Wednesday. It was the #2 trending topic.
Was it really?
Yep.
I think we had something to do with that.
The only thing that was above it was something sponsored by McDonald's. So, for all intents and purposes,
yes.
it was the #1 trending topic. So,
nice. There it is. That should let you know how important that is.
Yeah, Grant and Frank.
Oh, no. We have to call him Vin. We have to call him Vincent because when we talked to Nathan, the colorist, he came and he was like, yeah, Grant and Vin. And at first I was like, who the crap is Vin? Oh, wait, that's Frank Quitely's real name. Yeah. So, yes, Grant and Vin because we're in there now because we're the cool kids.
We're those guys.
Yeah. 2, 1, crazy guys. Okay. So, sorry. It's classic. So, we've taken on some books this week, and I think we've got some pretty good reads. We had a suggestion of the Spiders piece.
Yeah, Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse stuff, yeah. What were your thoughts on that one?
It was fun.
Right?
It is a lot more part of that Spider-Verse story than I was expecting.
Okay.
But that's a good thing.
Okay, good.
It was interesting reading characters that we know, but from that...
in a different place.
Yeah.
Interacting and all that. That was really cool. I had not touched anything Spider-Verse-wise, so I'm coming in this fresh.
Okay.
The writing for me was... there were a couple moments where it felt like it was trying to be a little bit more prolific, but by the end of the book, it found its legs and it had a good voice to it. Yeah. I was really pleased by the end where it had gone.
That was like that middle section where it's like not thought bubbles, but talking about what would have been the thought bubbles.
And it was like, you're trying a little too really hard right now. Like just let it go, breathe, and let the story happen. And then they did, and I was like,
it was
awesome. Yeah. Definitely enjoyed that one. I thought that was a good move. Overall, the art was excellent. Paco kills on it. It's very nice, very nice, very clean artwork. I really like that.
Some of the most enjoyable non-Peter Parker Spider family stuff that I've read in a while.
I have to admit, Miles Morales is an interesting character, and I can't say I've fallen in love with him. I've read some things, and I was like, yay, cool. But this was one that was almost borderline nostalgic.
Yeah.
The way that some of the characters, you got Kane back, you got Ben.
Yeah.
So, good read. It was fun. I enjoyed that one. Now, we separated. I took on, I think, Guy Gardner, again, with the whole Godhead storyline. What did you take on?
Skylanders.
Ho! Very nice. If you don't mind, I'm going to go first.
Please do.
Obviously, I've been loving this Godhead series. And this one, I think, is almost a brand new take. I don't think I've read any of Guy's Red Lantern stuff involved in this mix. So I don't know if maybe I missed it first time run or they just hadn't integrated it in yet. But kind of an interesting thing for me. I think still the series is hitting on all cylinders. Everything is moving forward. Like I said a couple weeks ago, it's not that anything monumental necessarily has happened, but everything just keeps moving it forward, and you are interested to see what's going to happen next. You're not really sure. This time you've got it's Boz and Guy, and they're going on an adventure, aiming to kind of take it to some of the new gods and see what happens. So
that's a very Guy Gardner thing to do.
It is. It's so perfect. So and again, that's one of the things I think is so great about this one is every character is fitting right as rain. They're just in this particular situation, and you see how they would carry it out. And it works really well. So thumbs up on that one. Yeah. Excellent job.
And a quick thing, people that use Comixology for your polls.
Yes.
The final issue of Godhead is an annual.
Oh.
So if you don't have Green Lantern annuals checked off on your Comixology,
get that.
Your shop may not know it and may not order enough.
Gotcha.
So definitely make sure you got that fixed.
Get that.
I think it's going to happen in December. I think is when the final issues come out.
Good look out. Good looking out. Thank you. All right, so Skylanders, sir. Tell me about it.
We're going to start the Shire.
Okay, here we go.
Actually, we're just going to start at Mordor and get back to the Shire. So all right. It felt like I was trapped by my son while I'm sitting on the couch trying to watch football or something. And it's like, oh, Dad. And then the dragon dude, Tom the Dragon Dude like did this, and then Traptanium, and I don't know what's happening, and I just want to escape. But listen. Since it is like my son's ramblings,
yes.
If you're a kid and you love Skylanders,
that is you.
Yeah, that is 100%. I'm taking a copy of them home to my kids because that's like kids will love it because that's what it is. If you're looking for some of Ron Marr's greater work, because Ron Marr's was
sorry, time out. Did you say Ron Marr's?
Yes.
Wasn't he the co-creator of Kyle Rayner?
Yes.
Green Lantern.
Yes.
Of the '90s, and he's writing Skylanders.
Skylanders.
I mean, no diss. Like, I'm not writing it. I don't get to do it, so I'm not. No shade. Yeah. No shade. No shade.
It's just not the name you would think would be attached to that.
Certainly not. I mean, is this a buy-in? Do you get free copies of the game? Maybe little pieces? Maybe. Just out of curiosity.
Geez, that would save so much money.
I mean, I'm just asking. You know,
infinite money.
Throw it out there, but okay. So, ramblings-wise, was it interesting? Imaginative, maybe.
Yes, very imaginative.
Okay.
There was tons of action. It was nonstop.
Got you.
But without any of the violence or anything that you wouldn't expose a kid to. So
got you.
It was good. Just.
Would you know? Okay, so you wouldn't qualify this as specifically all ages, but very much so kid friendly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like if your kids are old enough to play Skylanders,
right?
Then
go for that.
That's cool in the gang. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay. Then we took on Odyssey. Matt Fraction, Christian Ward. First off, I want to cuss at you guys for your 4-page fold-out intro.
It's required reading.
It is.
It really is.
Literally required. And how do you have dense sentences? That's rude. It's dense and hard to get into on a sentence. I'm a smart man. You're a smart man. We should not struggle with getting through 4 pages of prose.
Yeah, I took 2 years of a senior in high school, so yeah, I'm smart as shit.
You're smart all kinds of ways. Yeah. You're senior is what you're telling us. Senior plus. Senior junior? Maybe? I don't know.
I'm a moron.
No, you're not. I love you. But dude, this thing was incredibly dense. Okay, you go for it. You go. I need a sip.
Okay.
I need a sip. I thought about it. I need a sip.
It is from the time that Zeus took down the Titans,
right,
up through the fall of Troy in Greek mythology.
Right.
Bullet pointed.
Yes.
But Greek mythology doesn't take place on Earth. It is a space battle.
Yes.
Kind of like Star Wars, so it's a universe. All right. I have to apologize to my wife because now whenever I see Dune on, I'm like, shit, yeah, we're going to watch Dune.
We're going to watch
Dune.
Then
she's just rolling her eyes and just trying to figure out if she has enough sleeping pills to end it all. I know how she feels. I understand because it was dense. It
was, man. I felt like there needed to be visual guides along with this thing, and more so than the visual piece that we got.
Yeah.
Because you're introducing concepts and ideas and then just throwing it away in the next sentence. You're moving on to the next thing. You're wait, I don't even know what that is. What is this? Yeah.
I get it, but like you said before we started taping, coming off of Pax Americana,
dude,
the bar for high concept
has been matched. You are tapped out on high concept stuff. I'm sorry, that's where it is. Yeah. Maybe in a movie sense, you know how sometimes movies will be like, oh, we're gonna have this movie come out on this date. You should have looked at the list and be like, Grant Morrison, let's push this back.
Yeah, let's move.
Let's go either a week or 3 earlier, or let's do it in 2015. Let's just launch in 2015, please. So the palette is clear and concise. Maybe I can be the high concept hit because. But honestly though, I'm not gonna lie, man. This fell short in terms of that high concept ingenuity. Yes, there's a lot of big conceptualization to it. Does it all necessarily work without precursors? I'm gonna say no.
I definitely want to read issue 2.
That's fair. That's fair.
Going into it, I had no idea that I was reading an illustrated epic poem.
Got you. And that's definitely what this is. It doesn't read like a regular comic. Under any stretch.
So, looking back, I enjoyed it from that standpoint, but going into it, I was like, what is happening? So definitely, it's Matt Fraction being spacey Matt Fraction.
Yeah.
And it's much like if you can't figure out it, it's the Odyssey.
Right.
So it
says on the cover. You can't get that wrong.
Yeah. So this version of Odysseus is trying to make their way back to Ithaca.
Right.
So if you pick it up, don't expect it to be like the next Sex Criminals
right.
or something like that.
It's not that.
It is an illustrated epic poem.
Yes. Now, I will say that on a publisher artist side of things, I was a little disappointed in the artwork. Not that the artwork is bad.
Okay.
No, not at all. It's just that there's a roughness to it that I think adds to the difficulty of the whole combined experience. I think that something that is aiming to be this prolific should have had a crisper, cleaner art style attached to it, much in the same way that PAX did. So everything's going to be compared to PAX, I'm sorry. Yeah. But with all the nuances and dynamicisms that were in PAX Americana, the crispness of Frank's work make it that much easier to follow, find, and flow through with. Yeah. This one was a lot harder at times because of it. And I know that they were trying to do something, wild and funky and a little funkadelic-like, but it almost was a little too much work, even for a veteran reader like myself, to attach to the entire experience. I can see if a new reader was like, hey, I want something cool to read, don't give them that. That's too much. Like, this is too difficult.
Yeah, this is not a beginner's comic. It is... Yeah, it's something for your veteran, someone that has read a lot.
Right.
It is a craft beer versus a natty light.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And if you just want to kick back on a Friday night and watch the game, that ain't it. That is not it. This is one where you have to almost dress up and speak eloquently. Yeah. Pinky up. Yeah. It's a pinky up kind of book. You got to turn the pages like this, just in order to kind of get into that right vibe. I'm just saying. So, interesting read. I can't say don't read it. I can't say that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's like it's in this gray area where.
Right. I mean, if you have to choose between that and PAX, if you have to read PAX again, read PAX again. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah. But this one, if you're wanting something, but see, at the same time, like I almost want to say Low is reading better to me in the sense of being a high concept existential story with a wild graphic look to it.
Similar.
Yeah. So I don't know. Issue 2. We'll have to wait till issue 2.
So
I'll give it a final say after issue 2. I think that's fair.
So Matt, I will not have an opinion until I read issue 2.
Yes. Yes. Because we're oscillating. We don't know how to. That's all right. Now, after reading it though, in order to reconfigure our minds to more adequate, consistent comic booking, we went for.
Deathstroke
number 2, and I took on Superman number 36 here. It was a struggle to kind of get back into the regular mind frame of comics.
So if you pick Odyssey up, read it last, because you will have to retrain yourself how to read a comic, because it's different.
Yes, which isn't a bad thing, but it is in fact different. It will jar you for the rest of your reading experience. So number 2. We definitely enjoyed number 1.
Yes.
As a suggestion, it was very good. Number 2, how are we feeling about this one?
Continues the action, continues the violence. It's a Deathstroke killing people, and it explains how he looks much younger now.
Oh.
So there's something going on there. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah. I mean, it is.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
It's your explosion summer movie stuff.
Got you.
It's fun, easy read.
So it still carries over, because remember I read Lobo a little bit ago, and it fell because of Deathstroke number 1 was so strong. Yeah. Do you think it still carries over?
No.
Okay.
I think if you're wanting your action adventure stuff from DC from an anti-hero,
right? Deathstroke's the man.
Yeah.
Got you. I like it.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of going a little anti-heroic, this Superman kind of touches that actually. Okay. So I don't know if maybe there's a theme this week, maybe?
There might be.
Some form of red synergy. Oh! We brought it back for whatever reason. I don't know. Just had to do it. I missed it. No one yells with me anymore. That's why I'm here. That's why I miss you.
That's how I talk.
I've seen your movies. Yeah. I've seen your movies. This one was good though. Okay, so the shoe was finally dropped on the Ulysses thing. It has not quite all been explained, but this is the moment where everything kind of turns, and we see Ulysses almost almost foreshadowed, antagonist that he's eventually going to become. We know that there was, it's almost too good to be true. We know that there's something kind of building up to it, and now we're going to find out exactly what the deal is. But this is kind of the general setup of everything taking that serious turn.
Awesome.
Does ask for some very interesting, points. There are a couple moments where, before the end, where everything is really kind of made clear, he asks some very interesting questions of, Superman's place in all things. Like, he's like, hey, this world can't be saved. You can't do it, so why are we even trying? Like, this is a waste. Like, I'm telling you, you can't do this. So let's figure out something else.
Yeah.
And that was a very interesting moment until, you see more things play out, so you see more of the context of the question. But I have to admit, like, as a writer, that's a great approach to Superman that I don't think has ever fully been explained. I think is fairly new for the New 52 world of it, of this guy that's supposed to be such a hopeful figure.
Yeah.
Somebody questioning his ability to inspire that, that's pretty interesting to me. So, if you're following this one, definitely keep up with it. John Romita Jr. is still firing on all cylinders on this one. It's fun to see him work on a DC character. Yeah. He does seem kind of at home with it.
Okay.
It's kind of that naturalist. I mean, obviously he's a talented guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's John Romita Jr.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he gets eyes on books
and
just boom, putting them on the cover.
Right. So obviously, like, there's a comfort level to his art here, and it almost feels like, an old friend, much in the same way that when he did Spider-Man with Straczynski, it felt like that, like you're just there, and you're not sitting there trying to pick over, like, well, why did he draw it this way? This is John Romita, you're with it.
Yeah.
You're just with it, go for it, and it's fine. And Jeff is definitely, he's turning pages, man.
It's Jeff Johns.
Right, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, and yeah, like, it's one of the few things out of Michigan that I like. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Jeff Johns. I said it. Out of Michigan. Yeah. He actually went to Michigan State, and his brother went to University of Michigan. You guys are all Michigan. It's all right, though. I still love you. Go Bucks. O-H-I-O.
Here's an advertisement, a brief message from your sponsors at RyCorp. All right, at the shop, Comic Town, Black Friday. Everybody's doing it, so we got some specials going on.
Word.
We got a BOGO on dollar bin books. Buy one, get one free. If you're not into the dollar books, no worries. All of our bag and border back issues, 50% off. Still not sold? Action figures, posters, 25% off. And don't worry, gaming people, we've got you covered as well with 10% off Magic singles, 25% off holiday gift boxes, 25% off all card supplies, and if you trade in stuff because you don't want to spend money, a 10% trade-in bonus for you. Friday.
Wait, I gotta ask. Did you hit the lottery or something?
No, I owe money to a bookie.
Yeah, well.
So.
Okay. I was just wondering, because, you were offering deal after deal after deal. Now, what about if you're more of a trade paperback kind of guy?
How about this? I will offer, if you buy a trade paperback, you can purchase a second trade paperback of equal or lesser value for 50% off.
Wait. I pay full price for one. I get another one, equal or lesser value, half off.
C. Ortega.
Dude.
Yeah, so when you're done slaving away at Best Buy or Target, hit us up.
Right, because books last forever as opposed to needing to be re-upped 3 years from now. Last longer than a TV. I'm just saying.
I'm looking at you, PlayStation.
Right. You want an Xbox One? How about an issue one, son?
Yeah,
How about that?
bam.
It'll retain value, never degrade, always readable, better.
And as long as it's not Shudder, it's excellent.
What? That book still comes out?
God bless